Hi, my name is Jazmine Graza, and I'm the editorial intern for www.ocregister.com/opinion. Today, I'm with Dr. Sonenshein, political scientist at Cal State Fullerton. We're here to talk about the Pennsylvania primaries. So, Dr. Sonenshein, how do you think the Pennsylvania voters feel about their primary being so late in April?
They feel like they died and went to heaven, because originally everybody who went late felt they were going to be left out this year. California and everybody moved to Super Tuesday. They then called it Super Duper Tuesday, February 5th. Well, then it turned out the race didn't get decided. So now it's coming down. The last big state left is Pennsylvania. And there was a huge gap between the March primaries and the April 22nd primary, which means it's all Pennsylvania. They're getting more attention than they've had in probably 20 years in politics. They're thrilled. People are registering to vote in huge numbers, especially Democrats are excited. They have more than 4 million Democrats for the first time in Pennsylvania now registered to vote. Young people are registering, so they're very, very happy.
Cool. And polls show that Obama and Clinton are tied. What do you think about that?
Well, I think most of the polls, if you average all the polls together, they're about 4 points apart. Clinton's ahead by about 4 by the average. What should worry the Obama people is the Survey USA poll, which has been right almost every time, had her 18 points ahead last week. So nobody knows whether that's way off or that the others are way off. We don't know. What we do know is that the race is tightening. She owned Pennsylvania because it's a place with a large industrial base, a lot of white working class voters who are her base of support. But it's tightening, and he has a lot more money than she does, and he's running huge numbers of television ads, and he's doing very well in the suburban Democratic areas, which are growing in Pennsylvania. So he's tightening the race. If he can if he can finish less than 5 points behind, I think his campaign will be very, very happy.
And what do you think Pennsylvania voters are most concerned with regarding issues?
3 things: the economy, the economy, and the economy. And then the 4th thing is the war in Iraq. Now we're talking about Democratic voters.
Yes.
Republican voters don't rate the war nearly that high. For Democrats, it's the economy in Iraq. But the way the economy is going, this election could be decided more even by the economy than by Iraq. That shows why Obama still has ground to make up, because the economy is Hillary Clinton's strength. That's what she's been pitching from the start. It's what's kept her in the race, and it's why it's been so hard for him to dislodge some of those working class voters from her. And if he can be more effective in the economic message, he'll win.
What do you think about Mark Penn's withdrawal from the Hillary campaign?
Mark Penn, who's the most hated political consultant in the Democratic Party in the last 10 years, one thing people pointed out that the Obama and the Clinton campaign can agree on one thing: they hate Mark Penn. But Mark Penn has had the trust of Bill and Hillary Clinton for more than a decade. Getting him out of the Clinton campaign was a great benefit to the Clinton campaign. In my view, he's given them terrible advice. He's used up about 10% of their budget getting paid himself, which is crazy because, as one person pointed out, I could give bad advice for 1/10 of what he's charging. The morale of the Clinton campaign is probably sky high since Penn's role has been downgraded. The cost of it is that because they waited so late to do it, and did it in response to an event, which is his lobbying for a Colombian trade deal that she opposed, it looks like it was done under duress, and the reporters who cover campaigns tend to interpret this as a sign of disarray, and then they judge you very harshly in terms of your management style. It's a funny thing because her campaign's been disorganized from the start, but what people notice is when they finally do something they should have done a long time ago, people say, "My God, what a mess it is." Mm-hmm. So campaign can be a little unfair in terms of how people judge you.
Okay, and what are your predictions for Pennsylvania?
I think I would predict a narrow victory for Hillary Clinton, but not a victory that would give her enough momentum to overcome Obama's lead, but enough of a victory to keep her in the race until the beginning of June when all the states have voted.
All right, well, thank you again, Mr. Sonenshein, for being with us today.
My pleasure, Jazmine.
And once again, I'm Jazmine Graza for www.ocregister.com/opinion. Thanks for watching.